Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
On this week's show, I feature Hungarian wine and wine tours with secret vineyards, and also Manitoba. It's a province in Canada and it has its own big five. Find out what they are on the Guinn Travel Show on seclosounds.org. Hello and welcome to the Guinn Travel Show on seclosounds.org. I'm featuring two different destinations on this week's travel show. In around 15-20 minutes, I'll be speaking to Guillaume Post about Manitoba, which is a province in Canada. We'll find out what you can see and do there if you're going to visit. And in a short while, I'll be speaking to Melville and Tamas Sandor from Secret Vineyards. They're going to be telling us about their tours to Hungary so you can sample the wine. But first, it's Christmas week, or Christmas is coming up. And some people who are flying off to see friends or family this Christmas will not have a happy start to their journey. These travellers will find that they won't be able to take their Christmas presents through airport security. The restrictions for carrying liquids through airport security have been in place now for 8 years, but still passengers try to fly with prohibited items in their hand luggage. With some airlines charging extra to check in baggage, many customers try to travel with just the hand luggage. For most of the year, forgetting about the liquid rule may just mean a minor inconvenience, such as having your toothpaste or shampoo disposed of by the airport security staff. However, at this time of year, passengers may find that are unable to take valuable Christmas presents on board. There are some exceptions to the 100ml rule, such as essential medicines and baby food, but all other liquids will be removed and disposed of. A 5,000 bottle of Riesling is just the same as a £2 bottle of cola when it comes to airport safety. It's not just liquids that can cause problems, children's toys can also be seen as potentially dangerous. So, it is advisable to leave wrapping the presents until you arrive at your destination, because security staff may need to remove the wrapping paper to inspect items more closely. Of course, it isn't just the airport security rules that passengers have to be aware of. Airlines have their own restrictions too. For example, it may be possible to carry Christmas crackers when they're in their original untampered packaging through security, but the airline might not allow them on board anyway. Jackie Bowery, a spokesperson for London Luton Airport, said, "The following points will help make security search process much quicker and smoother for passengers. 1. Get ready for your security search by removing coats and preparing bags. 2. Any liquids in your hand baggage must be in 100ml containers in a 20cm by 20cm clear resealable plastic bag. And 3. If carrying liquids, please remove them from your hand luggage and present them before getting to the X-ray." So, before setting off, check airport and airline websites to ensure that you will not be caught out by any restrictions, and remember to allow plenty of time for the journey through the airport. Hopefully none of you, dear listeners, will be caught out by the security rules, but as I've mentioned them regularly, I do spend a lot of time at Luton Airport, and I do see people unhappy because they've lost their shampoo, their perfume, and of course their toothpaste. So do be aware of the restrictions. Now we're going to find out about Hungarian wine, and to be honest, I didn't know there was Hungarian wine until I met Lee and Tamas from Secret Vineyards a couple of months ago. And I wanted to find out more because they offer tours to Hungary to see the wine being produced and to experience some of the culture and food out there. So, because I hadn't heard about Hungarian wine, the first question was obviously, is this a recent thing?
Well, that's absolutely no. Hungarian wine has hundreds of years of history. To be more specific, it's all started in by the time of the Roman Empire, which territory reached Hungary, and where the Romans started to make wines first. And through the centuries, by the Catholic religion, monks took big part of the of improving the art of winemaking in Hungary. So some of the now existing wine regions are dated back in the 3rd century. And the 18th and 19th century, Hungary has also exported some wines to all over Europe. And basically after the Second World War, and thanks to the communist regime and the state-owned wine corporations, basically the wine industry being destroyed in Hungary. And after that, the fall of the Soviet Union and the communism in '89, through the privatization and purchases, the land basically went back to the private hands, and there is and the new era of Hungarian winemaking started. And in the last 25 years, all the winemakers who were involved in this process worked very hard to get back the past glory of the Hungarian wines. So I'm pretty sure that in the following years we will hear a lot about the Hungarian wines.
How many different types of wine is there?
You'd be surprised, actually. There's approximately 520 vineyards in Hungary, covering 22 regions. These vary from larger producers to some smaller family-owned wineries, focusing on more of the high-end wine production. And in fact, Hungary on average makes about 250 to 300 million litres of wine every year.
It's a fair bit.
Just a bit.
I'm not a wine expert, but I understand that in France, for example, they have a bottle with a type of wine which is the best you can have. Is there an equivalent in Hungary?
Absolutely. In Hungary, always been known by its premium dessert wine, the Tokai Yasu, which earned its name, the wine of kings and king of wines, as Louis XV of France called Tokai. There are red varieties such as the Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Pinot Noir, and some Hungarian variety like Kadarka Straight, and its blends cuvées producing some excellent wines. Mm-hmm. And on the white side, the white variety is also showing excellent qualities. Good example of this, like our Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blanc, Furmint, Rhine Riesling, and also excellent cuvées on the white side as well.
With all this wine produced, is it easy to get hold of in the UK?
Well, it's a yes and a no answer, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Now some supermarkets like Waitrose, Sainsbury's, Tesco started to stock some line of Hungarian wines, and it's definitely a good improvement to get the wines known. Mm-hmm. However, the recent market research shows that wine consumers more and more looking for quality wines in small wine shops, and there are a few of them who already recognize the potential of Hungarian wines and started to introduce them to the UK market. Secret Vineyards will also start retail Hungarian wines in early next year. Basically, it's because to serve the demand of our customers returning from the tours, because they would like to purchase wines, and also really looking into the general public and some premium hospitality establishments to serve.
Every now and again there's a news story about an expensive bottle of wine that's off for auction. Has there been a really expensive bottle of Hungarian wine?
Yes, there's some vintages of the Tokai Yasu, for example, from 1993, is estimated to fetch around £400 for a half bottle. So obviously that's quite a lot of money. Regarding the communism times, you find it very hard to find older vintages, older than 1980. But even some of the premium reds now are fetching £100–150.
Vintage, that was the word I was trying to scratch for a minute ago. I told you I didn't know much about wine, so it's vintage. I'll try and remember that.
Gary Fitz here, every Monday, 10 o'clock. Coming up, we've got Eric and Ernie. Join me here on Seclo Sounds.
In your smile.
It's from 1975, Eric and Ernie were four...
Gary,
It's not Eric and Ernie, it's Earl and Ernie, the Cape Brothers, Union Men.
Oh, I see. Gary Fitz here, every Monday, 10 o'clock.
Earl and Ernie.
You're listening to the John Guinn Travel Show on seclosounds.org. Still to come, all you need to know about Manitoba. But at the moment, we're finding out about Hungarian wines and secret vineyards. We found out about the wine and the history, and now we're going to find out more about the tour operator, Secret Vineyards.
Well, Secret Vineyards is born of our passion. Lee and myself, the two directors, passion towards quality wines, gastronomy. Basically, just a bit of our background. Lee has over 20 years experience in premium London hotels and Michelin star restaurants across the country where he worked. And also myself, Tamas, I'm a tourism professional. I'm obviously from Hungary. I have also like a 10 years experience in London hotel market, and I've been involved in tourism in Hungary as well. So both of us passionate about really customer service, we're aiming to provide the best possible experience for the guests who coming to our tours.
Why did you start doing tours instead of just importing the wine? Was there something in particular you wanted to do?
Okay, well, I think we fell in love, and there wasn't a woman involved.
Okay.
We took a trip to Hungary and Tamas's hometown, and visited some of the wine regions, the working monasteries that produce the wine, and the magical city of Guinn. And I completely fell in love with the country. And it's so unknown in the UK, other than Budapest. People generally don't know a lot about Hungary. And with my passion and Tamas's passion and love of the country, this is how the business started. And the people that we've now had on our tours echo our sentiments. So yeah, we fell in love with the country.
Okay, it's a good enough reason as any to start then. Spread the word. With your tours, are they fully escorted, or your customers are left to their own devices to find their way around?
All the tours are fully escorted, of course. From the point of the arrival to the airport until the departure, there are Secret Vineyards representatives with the guests, with the group. We're looking to offer a full comprehensive service, so we're tempted to help our guests to spend their free time, so we can arrange things like opera tickets, museum tickets, even beauty treatment. So, well, the options are probably endless. So we tend to help on all our guest requests.
How many guests do you have on each tour?
The maximum number we generally take is 30 people. But your party can be anything from 2 up to 30. We don't go too big. We try and keep it personal, and therefore everyone gets a better experience. But 30 people is generally the maximum.
30 sounds a good size, actually. Yeah, I can imagine it could be not quite a good experience if you carried more than that. So yeah, it would lose its personal feel. Yeah. When it comes to tours, do you offer private tours as well for companies or hens or stags?
Yeah, we can basically tailor-made any of our tours to fit all to the client needs. We can include various activities that is not part of the regular tours, such as spa visits, team building activities, even a guided tour to the Audi car factory, which is just near proximity from the town Győr. And hen and stag party wise, obviously these tours are not about a crazy drunken weekends, but rather a sophisticated gastronomic experience. So if somebody looking for this sort of experience is more than welcome on our tours.
You're listening to the John Guinn Travel Show on seclosounds.org.